Hi, my name is Sharita Booker, and I'll be talking to you about the importance of voting. This is my audience. Have you ever wondered if your vote truly counts? I have to admit that I've contemplated what difference my vote would really make during the elections as a resident of the state of Missouri. I begin to wonder, why should I even vote? And the obvious, what if everyone thinks that way came to mind? Voting in a local, state, and national election is an exciting opportunity. But some of us don't value that option when we fail to exercise our right to vote. Perhaps living in a third world nation where voting rights do not exist might change our minds. People complain about different issues that happen in the world, but if you do not vote, you do not have much of an opinion. After hearing my speech, hopefully you will not only gain knowledge and understanding of the importance of voting, but register to vote or encourage someone that is not registered. The right to vote has proven to be difficult to achieve for all races and genders throughout history. Because of their determination, we are able to vote. In 1776, the only people who could vote were white men over the age of 21 who owned land, according to elections in the United States. For years, women were not allowed to vote. They held meetings, wrote newspaper articles, and marched in the streets to show their beliefs. According to the leaders in women's suffrage in 1920, the 19th Amendment gave all women over the age of 21 the right to vote. In the 1900s, some states required them to pass a reading and writing test before they could vote. In 1960, new laws outlawed reading and writing tests. The 24th Amendment says states cannot stop qualifying citizens from voting. You may think that your vote does not count, but it does. It's possible that an election can be decided by one single vote. KnoxClerk.org stated, Richard Nixon, not John F. Kennedy, would have become president of the United States in 1960 if one person from each voting place had voted differently. Also stated by KnoxClerk.org, if just one U.S. senator had voted differently, U.S. President Andrew Johnson would have been removed from office in 1867. In 1997, Vermont State Representative Sidney Nixon won the election by one vote and then lost by one on a recount according to Gazette.net. Voting provides mental and health benefits. According to according to CBSNews.com, several studies show that being a politically active member of a democracy society can benefit your health in ways beyond determining the government's role in the healthcare system. Lynn Sanders, associate professor of politicals at the University of Virginia, stated that voting may help ease the psychological stress and other mental health problems that stem from being economically, politically, or socially disadvantaged. Her study also showed that voting and being engaged in political process can reduce the risk of future psychological problems. By voting, you have the opportunity to voice your opinion. When you vote, you have an impact on government. You have a say-so on public policies, laws, appointments, budgets, and regulations enforced. Also, your vote will decide positions in the government office. Some positions are appointed, but some you must vote in the official. If it is an issue that you disagree with, you can voice that opinion when you vote. If you're unhappy with your town's roads, state, taxes, school policies, when you vote, you can change things in your favor. What if you get an official out of office and it's time for re-election? You must vote to make that change. By not voting, you take away the will of the majority and give it to the will of the minority. There is power. There is power in numbers. There is approximately 215 million eligible voters in the United States, and 144 million of them are registered according to the report Voter Privacy in the Digital Age, prepared by California Voter Foundation, which is only 40% of voters. It is your duty as a U.S. citizen to vote. Passage of the Voting Rights Act in 1965 prohibits anyone from being denied the right to vote because of race or color. Amendment 15 gives the citizens the right to vote. It also empowers citizens when you vote. Voting is a privilege. The struggle for minority voting rights was won with the sacrifice of blood of men and women, black and white, who believe in the United States Constitution and the equality it guarantees. Hopefully something I said will encourage you to vote. If you're already a registered voter, get the word out and encourage a non-voter to vote. In 1995, I turned 18. I was eligible to vote in my first presidential election in 1996. When I cast my vote, I couldn't have been more proud. The sense of honor rested on my shoulders for hours. Putting on that sticker letting everyone know that it was my first time voting was a very rewarding feeling. You too can have that same feeling. Exercise your right to vote today.